At the Kennedy Space Center in Florida, Columbia, the world's first true spaceship, moves to the launch pad. Its powerful new engines have been tried out one at a time on a test bed. Now, in a last critical test, they will be fired all together on the ship. Columbia's engines will hurl it up into orbit. Its wings will let it glide back down to Earth. And then, unlike any craft before, it will be able to rocket again into space. John Young is commander of Columbia's test flight. Robert Crippen is the pilot. They're both graduate engineers, fighter pilots, test pilots, and have come through the tough weeding out that qualifies astronauts. They were chosen as first crew for Columbia 3 years ago, and since then they've been studying and practicing for the first flight. Bob Crippen hasn't been in space yet. John Young's a veteran. He's been up there 4 times, logging more than 500 hours, 71 of them on the moon. Not so long ago, mankind was stuck on Earth. Now, flying is easy for us. The purpose of Columbia is to make space as available to us as planes have made the air. It was on the moon that John Young heard that the shuttle program was approved.
Hey, John, this is perfect with the LIM and the rover and you and Stone Mountain and the old flag. Come on out here and give me a salute. Big Navy salute. Okay, here we go, a big one. Off the ground, one more.
This looks like a good time for some good news here. The House passed a space budget yesterday, which includes a vote for the shuttle.
Wonderful.
9 years later, Columbia, the first shuttle, is ready to go. But there are worries. Some of its most vital components are new and untried, like the blanket of tiles that'll protect it from the fierce heat of re-entry into the Earth's atmosphere.
Bob and I are about all ready to fly this thing. We get another hop in STA or to spruce everything up a little bit, and we're really looking forward to the flight, and we hope that everything will allow us to go on Friday. It sure looks good for that right now.
verify.
This is Shuttle Launch Control. The countdown stands at T-minus 33 minutes, 10 seconds, and counting. At the present time, everything going smoothly. We're looking for a launch on time at 7 a.m. this morning.
This is Shuttle Launch Control. We are presently at T-minus 9 minutes and...
T-minus 1 minute, 20 seconds and counting. We can see the purchase of the main engines as we prepare for the engine. T-minus 1 minute, 10 seconds and counting. Liquid hydrogen tank is at flight pressure. T-minus 1 minute mark and counting. Fire systems for ground pressure. Water will be on set some seconds from now.
GC flight. No flight. There's a minor problem like the tire is fan or just ranging. It's just a tracking data flight, just a tracking data, but it's everything, angles, ranging, everything. Okay, correct flight.
40 seconds and counting. Flight instrumentation recorder starter on. Minus 35 seconds. We're just 2 seconds away from switching to the redundant sense sequencer. T-minus 27 seconds. On for redundant sense sequencer start. T-minus 20 seconds and counting.
You hadn't changed any. It's really something else. I tell you, John had been telling me about him for 3 years, but ain't no way you can describe it. It's hard to get my head in the cockpit here and do my procedure.
Yeah, looking good to us here. GNC?
We look good, Mike.
Guidance.
Looking good.
Rob?
Go.
Booster.
Go.
Okay, your numbers work, Jack? Looking okay?
Yeah, looks good.
Capcom going over the hill. We see 2 good ones. We'll see them at Madrid. Configure LOS. Columbia, Houston, we have 40 seconds to LOS. Configure LOS. You're looking good burning over the hill. We'll see you at Madrid.
Early in the flight, the doors of the payload bay are checked. If the doors get stuck open, it'll be impossible to return to Earth. They work fine. but what they reveal is worrying.
Okay, what camera are y'all looking at right now? Do you know? Okay, we want to show y'all. We do have a few tile missing off of the starboard pod. It's got basically what appears to be 3 tile and some smaller pieces. And off the port pod, looks like I see 1 full square and looks like a few little triangular shapes that are missing. And we're trying to put that on.
Your grip, we can see that good.
In the judgment of Mission Control, the damage is not critical. But nobody can be sure that tiles aren't missing on Columbia's underside. If the shuttle works as hoped, we'll be able to bring up into orbit better satellites and even take them back down for repairs. In zero gravity, we'll be able to make new materials, pure medicines, alloys, crystals, perhaps tap solar power, build space stations. And here outside the veil of Earth's atmosphere, we can operate scientific instruments like telescopes that let us look more deeply into the universe. We are 170 miles up. Columbia's on its back. That's the famous Mount Fuji in Japan. The 1,000-foot-high Tiferine Dunes of Algeria. Irrigation canals in the Sacramento Valley. The Himalayas, the highest mountains on Earth. Now Columbia will try to glide back down from space. There's no going around for a second try. The landing site is Edwards Air Force Base, where there's lots of room for error.
This is Mission Control. Botswana has lost the signal now. Columbia is in the proper attitude for deorbit. After the deorbit maneuver, John Young will pitch Columbia down and bring it to entry attitude. At an elapsed time of 2 days, 5 hours, 15 minutes. This is Mission Control, Houston.
In moments, Columbia will dive down into the intense heat of re-entry. Only John Young and Bob Crippen will know if their shield of protective tiles is working. The burning air around them will block all radio communication. In the life and death minutes that follow, there will be only silence.
Columbia, everything looks perfect going over the hill. Nice and easy does it, John. We're all riding with you.
Bye-bye. Hello there, Houston. Columbia's here.
Hello, Columbia. Houston's here. How do you read?
And we're done Mach 10.3 at 180 AS.
And we couldn't agree more, John. Your state vector's good. We've got good data ahead.
Okay, I'll be over there.
In fact, how do I look exactly now?
That's real good underneath. Everything looks real good. you want us to take it up in the hangar, Joe? This is the world's greatest all-electric flying machine, I'll tell you that. It was super.
And as Columbia's main gear touched the lake bed, the flight director's instructions were prepare for exhilaration.
Provide a launch vehicle, standard launch vehicle of the United States of America. It doesn't work right. If all those engines doesn't work right, don't get very far down range. Space shuttle, perfect. It's a beautiful thing. You really have something. I saw a newspaper headline expressing I could show the space shuttle orbit. It said, it's alive again.
There's still one more hurdle, the most important one of all. Columbia returns to the Kennedy Space Center to prove that it can do what it was designed to do, to go up again into space.